Georgy Nikolaevich Shuppe, Russian, pronounced Georgy Nikolaevich Shuppe, born March 11, 1971 in Moscow, Russia, USSR, is a Russian and British businessman and venture investor. 1996 to 2001, one of the founders, owners, and president of the first major Russian internet provider Cityline, co-founder of the first Russian online media agency and content provider Netskate, Evening Internet, Locomotive-news, Hayloft, Anecdotes from Russia, etc. Partner and co-founder of the venture fund, Kite Ventures. Residing in London, UK, since 2004. Georgy, Egor, Shuppe's father, Nikolai Georgievich Shuppe, was a doctor of science of biology at the Academy of Science of the USSR and professor. His mother, Nadezhda Isakovna Ɡʲɪťorɡɪj, was a patent specialist. She was the daughter of Isaac Konstantinovich Ɡʲɪťorɡɪj, academic of the Academy of Science of the USSR, physicist. He was one of the founding fathers of the Soviet nuclear program in the Kurchatov Institute, twice awarded Hero of Socialist Labor and winner of the Lenin Prize. From 1997 to 2012, Shuppe was married to Ekaterina Berezovskaya, daughter of Boris Berezovsky, businessman. He is a father of four. 1977 to 1987, Egor studied in school number 171 in a specialized class under the patronage of the chemical faculty of the Moscow State University named after N.V. Lomonosov. He studied chemistry and biology. In 1984, Egor became the winner of the Moscow City Chemistry Olympiad. Between 1987 and 1989, Egor studied biologically active compounds at the Department of Chemistry and Technology, the Institute of Fine Chemical Technologies. In 2015, it merged with the Moscow State University of Information Technologies, Radiotechnics, and Electronics, MyRaya, MGUPI, and renamed the Moscow Technological University. From the late 80s, Egor Shuppe began demonstrating an interest in computers, genetics, and IT, participated in the import of the first personal computers into the USSR and later, in Russia, created the first computer department in the Institute of General Genetics named after N.I. Vavilov. During 1991 to 1992, he worked as the deputy to the commercial director of the first Russian art place, Center of Modern Art on Yakomenko, founded in 1990 by art specialist Leonid Bazanov. In 1991 to 1996, he became the vice president of the trading house Negociant and head of the Magnat Holding, involved in various business projects including agriculture, creation of automobile distribution chains, design and implementation of a chain of petrol stations, etc. In 1996, together with Emelian Zakharov and Raphael Filanov, Egor founded the company Cityline, which became the first and largest private internet provider in Russia. In 1997, Damian Kudryavtsev joined the team, and later in 1999, Dmitry Bosov and Maxim Barsky. Egor Shuppe was one of the main shareholders and president of the company. In 1996, the overall amount of internet users in Russia was only 60,000, the Russian segment of the internet consisting of only a few websites. In order to attract new users and increase the revenues per user, at the time access to the internet was on a time payment basis, Cityline made a strategic decision to invest in the creation of free Russian content. That was when the company Netskate, a production center for new Russian online media, was established. For the development of Netskate projects, Anton Nozik came to Russia from Israel and Artemy Lebedev, from the USA. The design art Lebedev Studio in Lenta.ru started in Netskate. Among the most popular Netskate projects were The Evening Internet by Anton Nozik, Locomotive-news by Alexander Gagin, Hayloft by Sergei Kuznetsov, Anecdotes from Russia by Dmitry Werner, etc. Cityline was acquired in 2001 by Golden Telecom. At that point, it had over 150,000 clients. In 2002, Egor Shuppe moved from Russia, and from 2004, he now lives and works in London. He has acted as a business angel for a variety of high-tech projects, helping raise investments for innovative projects in Great Britain, Germany, USA, and Eastern Europe. In 2008, together with Eduard Shenderovic, Egor Shuppe created an investment fund for technological and internet projects, Kite Ventures. Over the years, the fund has invested over $400 million into many acclaimed projects. Amongst the most famous projects realized by the fund is the German company, Delivery Hero, which had its IPO in July 2017 on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, and TradeShift, a cloud service connecting their customers and sellers to companies such as Groupon, Fiverr, MyDeco.com, and others. On 18 August 2017, the judgment of the Westminster Magistrates Court discharged the request of the Russian Federation to extradite Georgy Shuppe. The Russian investigative authorities had accused Shuppe and businessman Mikhail Nekhrich of ordering the murder of businessman Alexander Maneev. Mikhail Nekhrich, in turn, claimed that representatives of the Russian Special Services had bribed him to slander Shuppe and in return had offered to drop all charges against him. The English court concluded that the prosecution against Mr. Shuppe in Russia was unjustified and was performed with numerous significant violations of the law. The conclusion of Judge Kenneth Grant states, "I am satisfied that this case would be decided by influence and pressure on the judge to convict, whatever the strength or weakness of the prosecution case." The court also called attention to the fact that accusations against Shuppe were based explicitly on the testimony of two witnesses, one of whom was an anonymous witness and the other already had rejected his testimony. The Russian Federation did not challenge the court's judgment. The court returned the paid bail to Shuppe and released him from any other restrictions. Shuppe himself expressly denies his involvement in the Maneev case and insists that, probably, he had become a victim of a collusion between the Russian Special Services and organized crime. In his opinion, one of the elements of this scheme was to use his name and status for the purpose of protraction of the investigation in Russia. Whilst the investigation was in process, profits from the associated real estate had been received by individuals connected with the company. For us, the general director of all those companies that own the property, according to the BBC, is Alexander Shuppe. Shuppe suspects that the criminals in special services are sharing this revenue. From 2002, Egor Shuppe had strong personal and business relations with the world-famous Russian and British philosopher, Orientalist, and writer, Alexander Piatigorsky, who also lived in London. During the period between 2006 to 2009, Egor Shuppe, together with Alexander Piatigorsky, created a series of philosophical seminars which were named AMP classes. Over 50 seminars were held and over 400 hours of audio and video were recorded. The texts of the AMP classes are the so-called philosophical legacy of Alexander Piatigorsky. After Piatigorsky's death in 2009 until the present day, Egor Shuppe has curated and supported the works of the philosophical and creative legacy of the philosopher. For this purpose, he has created the Fund of Piatigorsky's heritage and issued philosophical Buddhist books of the philosopher and his novels. Participated in the creation of Anton Nosik's charity fund Pomogi.org. Georgy, Egor Shuppe's father, Nikolai Georgievich Shuppe, was a doctor of science of biology at the Academy of Science of the USSR and professor. His mother, Nadezhda Isakovna Ɡʲɪťorɡɪj, was a patent specialist. She was the daughter of Isaac Konstantinovich Ɡʲɪťorɡɪj, academic of the Academy of Science of the USSR, physicist. He was one of the founding fathers of the Soviet nuclear program in the Kurchatov Institute, twice awarded Hero of Socialist Labor and winner of the Lenin Prize. From 1997 to 2012, Shuppe was married to Ekaterina Berezovskaya, daughter of Boris Berezovsky, businessman. He is a father of 4.